Me too, gang. Today I'm going to be doing part 1 of what if Naruto was raised on Myoboku. Now, I did not expect this to be a banger, but hey, it's for my enjoyment. So basically, how I'm going to start off this story is Hiruzen and the people, like they're having their little argument, and then Jiraiya comes busting through the door because he overheard some argument, and he says, I'm raising Naruto. And they actually, in the council and everyone, they have an issue over this. And then Jiraiya takes out some papers that show that Naruto and Tsunade are both his what's it called? Godparents. And they hold bear to whatever, like whoever, they hold bear to everything Naruto. So then Danzo tries to protest this, but then the rest of the council, with some of the head leaders like Shikaku and even Fugaku, Shikaku and Fugaku and Buraku and Tugaku, they all like agree with Jiraiya since he's the godfather, but they make an agreement that once Naruto will visit the village every 6 months, but he only visits the village for about 2 weeks. And they're also going to be keeping hidden about Naruto's lineage. So yeah, the reason I'm able to film this video during school is because I finished my test, and the teacher gave us a little bit of a break time. Not a break time, but she's waiting for the rest of the students to finish. So y'all are lucky. So we see as Naruto is just he's just a baby, and Ma, that she makes her food, but since Naruto's a baby, she blends up the food. And she gets some special water from a special pond and gives it to Naruto. This ain't gonna be nothing special in this story. Now Jiraiya, he's off, not just writing a book. He's also off doing some other stuff, spy network. When Naruto turns the age of 4, he sees these two toads fighting. And it's just a friendly duel, but he wants to join. So he runs over to Grandpa Toad, who he calls Gramps. The reason I'm calling him Grandpa Toad is because I forgot his name. So he runs over to Gramps, and he says, Gramps, can you teach me how to do what they're doing? As Gramps just says, well, I don't think Ma-san will allow it. As she says, yes, you're pretty right. You are only 4 years old. I am not going to let you go into full-on combat. Please, Ma. As they both start begging until it starts to annoy her. And Naruto uses his little chibi face and makes her accept. As we then see as Naruto. As we didn't see as Paul is just teaching Naruto basic hand-to-hand combat. Then he makes Naruto go like with some younger toads. Them and Naruto go and do hand-to-hand combat, which is pretty weird. And Naruto's actually pretty good. I would say Naruto is about as good as Sasuke as soon as he came out of the academy. I'm talking about the academy, so before they became Genin, like, that good. So yeah, we didn't see as Naruto, he's doing a couple of push-ups. Now these are this is the list that Ma and Paul made for him. Paul actually had these push-ups to his things to be at 100 for all, but Ma protested, and it's only 500 for all. Ma protested, and now it's only 100. as we see Naruto, he's doing his push-ups, he's lifting some weights, he uses gravity seals as a matter of fact too. As Naruto has actually gotten stronger, and by the age of 6, Paul actually starts teaching Naruto some jutsu. Now, these are just some easy, not like any big jutsu, but they are jutsu. So, first jutsu Naruto's gonna learn is not actually these jutsu from the thing yet, because he's not gonna learn those until later. So, first jutsu Naruto's gonna learn is water bullet. He's also going to create a little jutsu that he doesn't know that he's using Sage Mode, but he's using a part of Sage Mode in this jutsu, kind of like how Zora, you don't know that he's using Conqueror's Haki, but it's Ashura's will that, you know. So something like that. As we see as Naruto just burns up his, as we see as Naruto then uses a water bullet, and he kind of conjures it around his fist to create, like, Fishman Karate. Yeah, Fishman Karate, basically. So Naruto, with his taijutsu, he calls his taijutsu Toadman Karate. Or Naruto's Karate, or something like that, but he's just gonna keep it as Toadman Karate. Naruto, this is when they open his pores. Now, for some reason, Naruto has pores in his hands. Don't ask me why. He has pores in his hand and his arm and his body, but they're like really small, so you can't really see the pores, and that's where he can take liquid from. So, Naruto is actually the first sage to ever master Sage Man Karate. So, yeah. Naruto then sees us. He starts to admire his Sage Man Karate. He then creates something even more superior. Something bigger. Oh, yes, Naruto does have the Nine Tails. Something even bigger. As it's not really creation and it's not perfect, and he burns a lot of chakra while doing it. And it is Dragon Fist. Now, Dragon Fist is a technique where Naruto sets his fist on fire, and I think y'all get it from there. Then, Paul sees that Naruto is mainly only focusing on taijutsu, and decides that it's time for him to teach Naruto some jutsu. So, Paul actually bans Naruto from using, from practicing any taijutsu, like any hardcore taijutsu, for the next 2 years. I know that might seem like a lot, but don't worry, Naruto's not going to be that bad. As Naruto, he accepts this challenge, which isn't really a challenge, but hey. Oh crap, that really hurt. As Naruto, oh wait, let me look up some fire jutsu. Some fire jutsu from Naruto. So yeah, we're looking up some fire jutsu, and while I'm on that, some earth jutsu from Naruto. Some wind jutsu from Naruto. Some water jutsu from Naruto. So yes, those are Naruto's styles. He has fire, earth, wind, and water. He can't really use lightning, because that's like his lowest affinity. So yeah. Bro, I asked for some darn hold on, guys, because I don't know. We back. So basically, the first thing Naruto learned is a wind jutsu. So, yeah. Now, let me tell you all of the jutsu that Naruto has. Naruto has the Kaze Fuchu Fuyu, which is basically just wind levitation. He has projectile control, art of wind blowing, so yeah. He has retrieving wind technique, which pulls people towards him. He also has smoke dome, which user exhales a thick cloud of smoke that forms itself into a defensive dome. He also has gale surge, and he has wind explosion, and he has project deflamation. Like, these are some shooting attacks. Propelling wind, slashing wind, as he has air pocket burst, spinning shield of wind, armor of wind. Oh wait, was that? Dang, that was Genin, bro. Those were. Yeah, I'm afraid. Oh, he also has Gale Wolf, Faithful Windblade, and Wind Vacuum. I'm afraid those are like kind of like all the techniques we're gonna be giving Naruto, because I'm not gonna read all of these darn techniques here, cause we're trying to get this finished. So he's only going to know Chuni. Like, I'm not even going to explain the low level. Yeah, who cares? So he has water sword. He has water power transformation. He has water reflection cone. He has water armor. He has evil windmill water shuriken. He has mud ball. So basically, he has every water technique. Just to make it easier. So yeah, now we're gonna go to the fire jutsu. He is fire release 1, a basic block of great many down the line, and presumably varies the same skill because of the study cuts on. That did not make any sense. Flare tech, bro. What the frick, bro? Yeah, we're just gonna skip straight to Chudin. Okay, so he has. Yeah, seems like we're just gonna be doing some headcanon abilities that we know. So yeah, yeah. Wait 1 second. Okay, so that I just wasted 3 minutes. So we see as Naruto is trading with Gamma Bunta. He's already signed the Toad contract. So now it's time for Naruto to go back to the Leaf Village. Naruto goes back to the Leaf Village as he sees, like, he already knows what the Leaf Village is and stuff. And let's just say, for some extensive purposes, the Uchiha clan has not been destroyed. Naruto is now the age of 10-ish. Him and Sasuke aren't really friends. They barely know each other. But him and Itachi are decent friends, you know? So we see as, oh no, the Uchiha clan massacre is gonna happen, don't worry. And it's gonna be happening when Naruto is 10. It is actually gonna be happening though. So we see as Naruto is standing there. As he's standing in front of Itachi Uchiha. Itachi then rushes at Naruto as Naruto does some hand size and uses Faithful Windblade, as Itachi barely dodges this technique using his Sharingan. As he tries to kick Naruto right in the head, Naruto jumps back as Naruto then uses multiple water bullets. As Itachi dodges all of these with fair ease as Itachi lets off a fireball jutsu, which Naruto dodges this. As Naruto then uses a water ball jutsu, something that he copied from the Uchiha. As this attack goes flying right at Itachi, clashing with his fireball jutsu. As Itachi then takes out his tiny katana, as he tries to cut Naruto, Naruto creates a water blade. As he then pulls out a kunai and surrounds his water around his kunai, making it look like a water blade. As he does some slashes, as he calls these attacks water slashes. as Itachi blitzes Naruto and kicks Naruto right in the gut, making Naruto cough out some spit. Naruto then jumps 3 feet back. No, Naruto then jumps 2 yards back from Itachi as he crosses his hands as wait oh my gosh as he says Kujin Bunshin no Jutsu, aka Dust Clone Technique. As a simple Bunshin Jutsu, as a like clone of a kind of dust clone of Naruto, but they're more like particles, then start to show as Itachi then tries to cut all of them down, but his blade just goes straight through them. As Naruto then the clones then all disperse into air. As Naruto then nearly lands a solid punch on Itachi, but Itachi dodges as he then karate chops Naruto right in the neck. As Naruto falls on the ground, kind of like how Gon did, as he jumps back up and tries to punch, and does a flurry of attacks at Itachi. Itachi dodges all of these as Naruto jumps back. Naruto then does some hand jutsu. Naruto then does his thing. I forgot what I wanted to say. As he then creates, as he says, Earth style, Earth Swamp. As while Itachi's jumping back, his legs get caught in the Earth Swamp. As Naruto then uses this other jutsu, as this is Earth style, Earth Hydra. Naruto does not have enough chakra to make a dragon because of the other attack that he's going to be using. As he then does a fire sign, a fire jutsu, as he places his hand back in the mud, as he then yells, fire style Goro breath, as the Goro breath level 1. It's not like no big AF Kaido level Goro breath. Naruto's not able to pull off those yet. As I know those are not in One Piece. I know those are not in Naruto. But I'm using some One Piece stuff. As long beams of breath then come out of the Hydra's mouth. As Naruto then creates mud clones as they all go rushing at Itachi, easily getting cut down by Itachi. Itachi then jumps in the air as he uses a lightning jutsu, but the mud, it kind of dims his jutsu, so it doesn't have that much of effect. As Itachi then uses a water jutsu, kind of making Naruto's mud a little loosens Naruto's mud up so it's not as thick. As Naruto slaps his hands together and he starts to he says no, never mind. No, yes. As Naruto then summons 3 shadow clones. As he then has a Rasengan barely as big as his hand, a little bit smaller than his hand. As he then uses the body flicker jutsu, appearing right in front of Itachi, as he's about to stick his Rasengan right into Itachi's gut. Out of nowhere, Shisui then says, you then hear an echo throughout the entire woods. Reflection jutsu. As he reflects Naruto's jutsu, right into the Hydra heads, smashing one of the Hydras and deactivating Naruto's jutsu. As Naruto is now panting, as Shisui says, "Hey, that could have been a fatal blow to Itachi. We can't have those going on." What? Why did you do that, Shisui-sama? I could have won the match, though. We're not trying to kill Itachi now, okay? As Naruto just sits in a corner and pouts. As Itachi just says, Thank you, Shisui. I was totally off guard focusing on trying to defeat those Hydras. Naruto could have actually gotten me. Yeah. you can't underestimate this kid. He's really talented. As Itachi says, yeah, I can see that. As Itachi, uh, then laughs. No, as Amber then comes, as he says, no, two Ambers then come. No, one Amber comes, as he says, Itachi, the Hokage has a mission for you. As Itachi says, oh, okay. Same with you, Shisui. Huh? Yeah, it's a pretty big mission. He has a couple of the strongest going on it. Huh? As Naruto hears, some of this, as he says, can I come? Can I come? No, you actually can't. The Kage actually wants to see you. As Naruto says, what does the old geezer want? Don't refer to him as a geezer. No, it's okay. Just take him to the Hokage. See you in a month, I guess? No, the mission is going to require 2 months of training, so yeah. So Shisui just body flickers away. As Naruto comes with the Yambu guard to be escorted to the Hokage's office. So the Hokage and Naruto, nothing really special happens, they just talk about old times and stuff like that. So we then see as Naruto as we then have a 2-year time skip. And the entire Uchiha, no, not the entire, like most of the bad ones are wiped out. Only the Uchiha clan members so half of the clan's wiped out. Like strong ones, they're still there. Weak ones are dead. And even at that cost, I mean, no, weak ones are still there, and strong ones are dead. So yeah, we then get to the academy as we see Naruto, he easily aces and graduates the academy. And this one, people don't hate Naruto. And, actually kind of has a crush on Naruto, but there will not be any ship. So, yeah. We then see as Naruto is looking throughout the village. He's looking over the village, As now Naruto has gained more chakra, and he still has not learned Sage Mode, but Naruto is able to low diff a Jonin. Now Naruto has some strong jutsu, but his body, that don't even make sense because he trains every day. He lacks the strength of an adult. So yeah. And Naruto's Taijutsu is pretty nice. So Itachi has officially become an Akatsuki member. Naruto wait, let me just explain how tall Naruto is. Naruto in the original series was about 5 foot, 5'2" somewhere around there. Naruto is 5'5". Naruto's 5'5" and he's 12. Yeah, Naruto's smaller than me. Hey, that's good to know that I'm taller than Naruto. As Naruto goes on a mission with Jiraiya, to kind of do to collect some information, as they run into a strong Jonin from cut it. They run into Orochimaru himself. Now Kabuto's not with Orochimaru, but the Bones guy is with Orochimaru. As when Naruto looks at the Bones guy, he thinks that the Bones guy is strong. This is kind of like before he gets his disease, because we're going to say he got his disease a couple months, which is not true. But yeah, a couple months after this, he's going to get his disease very soon, but he doesn't have it right now. So right now, he's basically in his prime. As he then turns his hand into Bones, as he runs at Naruto then grabs one of his kunai as he Naruto then grabs one of his kunai as he puts some water chakra in it, water style, as he surrounds it with water style, and then he then throws it right at Kimimaru. Kimimaru. And let's just say two other, like Sakon and Takon, or Sakon and Raycon, or Sakon and the other dude. They didn't come running right at Naruto, as Naruto easily dodges both of them, making them punch each other, as a matter of fact, as they get a little pissed. Now Naruto is busy dealing with Kimimaru, as Naruto, like, he's not busy dealing with Kimimaru because he can defeat Kimimaru. I think everyone gets that. So Naruto jumps back as he's like easily fighting Kimimaru. It's not hard at all. It's kind of like with Kimimaru and Sakon and Ukon combined, it's kind of like Sasuke after the 2 year Sakura after the 1 year time skip as the strongest, and Naruto and Sasuke before, like OG Naruto and Sasuke versus Sakura and versus Shippuden. No, OG Naruto and Sasuke, which are Kid Naruto and Sasuke, and Shippuden Sakura versus Kakashi. Like that. And this is Shippuden Kakashi and Shippuden Sakura, but young Naruto and young Sasuke. That's to show you how easy this battle is going. As Naruto then uses water pool, as Sakon and Sakon and his idiot twin then both get stuck in the water pool, as Naruto then grins with a mischievous grin. As then, he then puts his hand back down in the pool while Kimimaru is rushing at him to try and cut off his head. Then, Sakon and his idiot brother then get swallowed up by two not big tornadoes, but two water tornadoes. As they're getting spun around, the tornadoes then combine, creating like a level 3 tornado. As they're getting spun around in a circle, Naruto, he's kind of smirking, but then he realized that Kimimaru's coming after him. As he dodges Kimimaru, and Kimimaru, he uses bone shard, and Naruto easily dodges. Naruto then jumps in the air as he says, "Sage style, sage oil!" As his sage oil actually gets all over Kimimaru, and Kimimaru says, "What was that supposed to do? I barely infused it with any chakra. This is what you should be afraid of." As Naruto then releases a fire toad jutsu, as this jutsu then envelops Kimimaru, as Kimimaru's burning, but he then turns his entire body into bone to try and settle the burning, which this does work. But then Naruto then closes his eyes as he then surrounds his fist in water, like water chakra in Toadman karate. As he then blitzes Kimimaru, which Kimimaru is literally standing, so I guess you can't really call it a blitz. As he then punches Kimimaru right in his gut, making Kimimaru fly through the ground. As Naruto then says, "Gargoyle fist." So Kimimaru, like the way Naruto punched him, it's kind of like a fist mark, and then around the fist mark, kind of like a Rasengan mark. As Kimimaru, his eyes are turned white, and so he's knocked out, and blood's just coming straight down his mouth. As Jiraiya is shocked by how easily Naruto dispersed of Kimimaro, as he didn't. Orochimaru's shocked, but him and Jiraiya then start to get back on the fight. And when he's distracted, Naruto then blitzes Orochimaru as he creates something that he calls a Shidori. Now, basically, what this is it's a water Rasengan with so much darn heat. Like, the water's hot AF that it kind of melts through the skin. That's how hot it is. As he then sends it right into Orochimaru's back, cutting through Orochimaru's skin and creating a, like, not half a foot, because that's way too deep. For those who know fractions, I'd probably have to say 1/3 of a foot. Or, yeah, this might be easier. 25% of a foot. Like, that might be easier for some of y'all, or it might be harder, but hey, I don't care. Just picture it however you want to picture it. As Orochimaru then falls into the ground, and then they then both, like, sack on his stupid brother, and Sakon and Raycon, or Rukon, I think that's what they're called. Like, they then all just disappear. As Naruto, they didn't have a time skip, and he's about to get ready to go on his first mission. As he buckles up and he says, "Let's go!" And this is actually where I'm going to be ending off this one. If like, comment, subscribe, please share to all of your friends on social media platforms. Spread the news around YouTube. This is Christine Hay. Out. Peace.